in this lesson, we're going to review Pythagorean Theorem. Okay, very important is that Pythagorean Theorem is only used for right triangles. Okay, first let's go over this right triangle and some of the important names of the sides. This side that's opposite the right angle is the hypotenuse. It's going to write HYP, that stands for hypotenuse. These other sides that aren't the hypotenuse are the legs. So this is a leg, and this is a leg. Pythagorean Theorem states that a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Okay, where a is the measure of one of the legs, b is the measure of another leg, and c is the measure of the hypotenuse. So this side could equal a, could equal b, doesn't matter. Let's just say that this side is a, and let's say this side is b, but the hypotenuse is always c. So it's always leg squared plus leg squared equals hypotenuse squared. So if we have two measurements, we could always find the third one by using this theorem. So for example, let's say that this side is 3, this side is 4, and this side's unknown. So we start with a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So a is 3, so we have 3 squared plus b, so the other leg is 4, plus 4 squared equals the hypotenuse squared, which is x, so x squared. 3 squared is 9, plus 4 squared, 16, equals x squared. 9 plus 16 is 25. So 25 equals x squared. And to solve for x, we have to get rid of the squared. So we do the inverse, which is the square root. And we get that 5 equals x. So the hypotenuse is 5. So in this example, we had 2 legs, and we were able to find the hypotenuse by using Pythagorean Theorem. Let's try a different example where we have the hypotenuse. So in this case, we have that the hypotenuse is 5. We have that this leg is 3, and this leg is unknown. So now we're going to start with Pythagorean Theorem again. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. We have one of the legs is 3, so we have 3 squared. The other leg is unknown, so the measure of this leg is x, so we have x squared equals c squared, so hypotenuse squared, 5 squared. And now we'll just solve for x. So 3 squared is 9, x squared is still x squared, and 5 squared is 25. So to solve for x squared, we'll subtract the 9 from both sides. We get that x squared equals 16. So now to solve for x, it's squared. The inverse of squaring something is to do the square root. So the square root of x squared is x. Square root of 16 is 4. So now we found that the measure of this leg is 4. So in a right triangle, if you have any two of the sides, the measure of any two of the sides, you use Pythagorean Theorem to find the other measurement. Just always make sure that you put the hypotenuse as c, then either leg could be a or b. It doesn't matter which one you pick as a or which one you pick as b.